now, and I just want to say, please wear a mask, please social distance yourselves, and please be safe. Be considerate.
So this is what David does at the beginning of every show. It's
Every
becoming.
show.
I can't stop it. There's nothing I can do about it, right?
It's not like you can hold my lips.
I can't hold it. I got to start the show. So everyone who's watching and listening already knows at this point.
Yep.
That is David 2K, everybody.
What's good?
We back. We're recording on Monday. You're going to see this and watch this on Tuesday. But whatever, we here.
Or whatever day you watch this or listen.
But apparently Saturday's a big day too. Apparently, I don't know. But
we appreciate y'all.
of course. Even if you're watching this 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever you think. But if you are watching this, you are something different on the screen, as we are on Zoom, of course, as we have quarter plus of the year. We have a guest. So again,
we do.
Yeah, we have a guest. I don't like introducing people. Y'all know I don't like introducing people. So.
Right, because we're terrible at it.
What up? Introduce yourself.
How you living?
Hi, yeah, so my name's Nara. I live in Boston. I live like right outside of Boston. For my Boston people, I live in Malden. For my non-Boston people, I live in Boston. And so I am 23 years old. I'm like a year and some change out of college. I went to Ithaca College, upstate New York. Go Bombers. I swear that's the mascot name. I'm not trying to be weird. It's Bombers. And I studied biochemistry. And now I work at Mass General Hospital. And I work at the Diabetes Research Center. And I am a clinical research coordinator. That's my official title. And I also just started my own business in vegan hair and skin products. So I am a vegan consultant, and I try to promote all vegan products, whether it's for your hair or your skin or your lips or cleaning supplies. I am very passionate about educating people on why vegan products are really, really good for you, and will help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. And I take it a step further. Like, people don't really think about cleaning supplies because they're like, oh, Clorox, like, that's going to really clean, disinfect. But there are disinfectants that use oils, natural oils, and essential oils that can disinfect your surfaces as well. So I touch upon everything. And I am really, really enjoying my new business. I started in August, so it's like my newest baby. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Okay.
Very cool.
Little bit. So I find this to be fast.
I can talk forever. You have to tell me to stop.
No, that's what we're here for. The least I have to talk, the better. I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's all good.
1 week I don't have to talk. Yeah. It's funny. I do a podcast and I don't like to talk, but
right.
I find just everything going fascinating, right? Especially when it comes to vegan products, and this is something I am very new to. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about that first. Like, what does it mean? I guess for the people who don't know, people maybe like me, what does that mean to be like vegan products? Like.
Or to use vegan products.
Yeah. Right. So I'll start off with this idea that like society and like medical professions, they primarily focus on like the 3 ways to like live the 3 ways to live a healthy lifestyle: eat good, exercise regularly, and take care of your mental health. Super, super important. Those 3 are so important. I can't stress that enough. But, no one really talks about like the products that you're using and the things that you are using in your environments. I recently changed PCPs. And so I had it was kind of like an enrollment into the PCP office. Like, you had to show up and it was like a new PCP appointment. Very interesting. And she just asked me a bunch of questions about my lifestyle to get to know me as a person. And she hit mental health, she hit physical activity, and she hit my eating, like what I eat. And she never asked me about what kind of products I use. And this was very recently, and this was after I started my vegan business. And so it just like got me thinking more that it's not stressed. Like people don't really talk about what they're using. People are really comfortable going to drugstores and buying whatever's on the counter because it's cheap, it's there, and it's made in mass production. And I feel like, you know, especially the States, they take advantage of mass production. And, you know, we're very aware of this when it comes to our food. So now people are on the wave of, you know, eating organic and eating hormone free and like trying to pull away from mass production when it comes to meats and foods and vegetables and stuff like that, right? So I think like for me, that is the same thing for using vegan products or going vegan with your products. You're pulling away from mass production. You're pulling away from hormones, all of that. You're pulling away from preservatives and you're going a more natural route. You know, a lot of people are hip to buying organic stuff, buying all natural stuff. You go to the grocery store and you see more people like taking something off the shelf and looking at the ingredients in the back. But I rarely see someone go to like CVS or Rite Aid or whatever your drugstore is, Walmart, Target, and go to the shampoo aisle, grab a shampoo and look at the ingredients in the back, you know, because society has us so wrapped up in mental health, eating well, and exercise. Again, super, super important. Like those three are like the top, but no one really stresses like ingredients in your products. So that's what I've been trying to help people with. And I think this all came from about a year ago, this time last year, I was diagnosed with a skin condition. I have it on like my arms and my legs, and it got bad, I would say. Like it was the most potent on my body January, February of the beginning of this year, beginning 2020. And that got me, you know, aware of ingredients because I was looking for products that have oatmeal products in it. So fun fact, like apparently my doctors were like, look for like products that have like oatmeal in it. It's supposed to help and calm down your skin. That got me like thinking, I'm like, oh, like I need to look at the ingredients on these bottles. So I was like going to drugstores looking at ingredients. And then the pandemic hit, and I started working from home, and I went through like a deep dive in the web, and I found like a list of go-to do not use ingredients. And then I went over to like my little like rack of hair products that I have right here next to me. And I had all of my hair products on there. And I looked at every single one and it had at least 2 or 3 of the no ingredients. So when I tell you that I threw out like almost $600 worth of hair products in March, I did. Like they were off this rack in a bag and like out the door. And it's kind of gross. I didn't wash my hair for 2 weeks. I usually wash my hair for like once a week. So it's not like too bad. I just stretched it to 2 weeks because I was waiting for my new hair products to come in. But I just like completely cleansed. And then my best friend introduced me to Monet. I started using their skincare. I've always struggled with acne. So I started using their skincare. My acne was just like, thank you so much, Nara. And then I started with their hair care. And then my hair was like, thank you so much. And this was April. So April, I got hair care and skincare by Monet. And then August, I was like, I'm joining this business. I love the people in the business. I love the platform. And I'm going to use this to reach as many hearts and hair follicles and skin that I can. But yeah, that is my story in a nutshell. And also like why veganism is really important. Full disclaimer, I don't eat vegan. My belly, not vegan. I'm working on it. It's just like, I think for me, like not eating meat, cool. It's ice cream. Like I love Talenti ice cream. You can't take it away from me.
I was going to ask, I was like, what's the one food that's like stopping you from being vegan?
Yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm pretty good. Like I'm looking at some leftover pizza right now. I eat like vegan pizza. Like I'll buy vegan pizza at the store and I'll make it. And like I will go to restaurants and eat healthier options. One of my good friends is vegan. So when I go out to eat with him, I'm so good. Like I'm super, super good. I'll eat what he's eating and I feel amazing. But this weekend I had a steak and that was really good. I haven't had one in a very long time. Like it was like a year and a half. I don't eat meat often. But yeah, I think so. Bottom line is, you know, if you want to pay attention to what you're eating and you're like, oh, I want to go on a diet, or oh, this ingredient has this product has high fructose corn syrup in it, I should probably stay away from that, you know, mass production. Well, when you look at your ingredients and it says cocoamide DEA, you know, you should probably stay away from that. And cocoamide DEA is basically synthetic coconut oil. And there's no reason why you should be using synthetic laboratory made coconut oil when you can get the real stuff from the earth.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. No, that actually that brings up an excellent point, because I was going to ask, like, what are some of the things that we should be staying away from? So outside of the synthetic coconut oil, what are some of those other things that we really should be staying away from?
Yeah. So one thing, a lot of people know these two. I'll say the two first. Sulfates and parabens. You know, I feel like people know this. It's very common. You'll see like bottles say sulfate free, paraben free. So those are really great. Parabens are preservatives, and sulfates are basically like foaming agents. So that's what makes what's the word? Sudsy. That's what makes your shampoo sudsy, you know. And then so those are the basic two, but the thing is like a lot of them, they're like sulfate free, paraben free, but then they got that extra stuff. They've got the cocoamide DEA or cocoamide MEA. It's the same thing, just different molecular structures. It's literally just a different molecular structure on the molecule. And then I wrote some down. We've got DMD, I can't say this word, hydantoin. It's another preservative, but this preservative releases formaldehyde, and it's like you don't need that in your hair at all. And then another big one, EDTA, another preservative, and then you've got a bunch of fragrances. One thing about fragrances is the FDA does not, they do not require companies to release fragrances. So when you look at a bottle and it says fragrance, like they don't have to say what fragrance. And what I love about Monet is that on the website, it has a clear list of all the fragrances and their natural, where they're like how they're derived naturally. So like this product, this fragrance, you know, and most products, it just like you look at the back and it's just fragrance. You look at the website and there's no information. Right. So on the back of these bottles, like it does say fragrance, but when you go on the website, you can look and it'll fully disclose it because there's no regulation to put what kind of fragrance is on the bottle. So every company can just put fragrance. What you're looking for is to go on the site and to find the fragrances. And most times you won't, and that's sad. But yeah, those are a couple. There's another one called SLS. That's another sulfate foaming agent. But the biggest thing is there's so many types of preservatives because they want their products to last a long time on the shelf. Yeah. So they're going to fill them up with different types of preservatives. And unfortunately, that's what you're putting in your hair. And the biggest thing, like honestly, if you take anything from tonight, definitely remember that anything you put in your hair or on your skin can enter your bloodstream. And this is because your hair follicle is fed by your blood vessel, and then your hair comes out of your follicle. So anything you put on your hair can enter your bloodstream. Your hair goes through 3 phases. And one of those phases, the first phase, is the follicle is directly attached to the blood vessel. Then it detaches and continues, and eventually your hair falls off, which is natural. But that first point of the hair follicle being fed by the blood vessel for nutrients and growth, anything you put in your hair can potentially enter your bloodstream. And then your skin, you have 3 layers of your skin. Between the first and the second layer, you have blood vessels that like come up like little fingers, put stuff on your face, they go into your pores, they seep through that first layer and they can enter your bloodstream there. So definitely like gotta remember that. And it's so crazy because I was biochemistry major in college. I remember junior year, I'm sitting in biochemistry class and I have a diagram of the skin in front of me. And it never, like, I never put two and two together about like my skin products until like I started this journey. And I'm like, I knew this. Like I knew this, you know what I mean? So it's just funny how that stuff works. You don't know what you don't know. That's what it is.
That is so
kind of makes me look at my lip balm a little different.
What you using there?
Using Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees.
So I haven't heard anything bad about Burt's Bees. I definitely would need to look into the ingredients. I don't know what ingredients are in their chapstick. I use a CBD chapstick. It's very calming, and it's hemp seed oil.
Right.
Fire. Like I love it so much. Yeah, it's really good.
Sounds good.
Hey, I'm fascinated. You know, like you said, thinking about it, like you pull up your chapstick, David, like, and you sit here think of how many products you use that actually, you know, your lotion, your face wash, your moisturizer. I think about like my stuff, you know, like everything we come across.
Your deodorant.
Yeah.
Your deodorant.
And this is actually kind of scary, you know?
A little bit, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm sitting around, I'm looking at my stuff like, man, I'm about to start looking at everything sideways, you know? And
it's
really,
like when you find out what's in the sausage, but like you are the sausage.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I always feel like a sausage. But that's why I said this is so fascinating to me, because like you said, it's almost like the final frontier. You know, we all talk about these things in healthy lifestyle. I'm on my journey now too. And like you said, we pay attention to so many other things. What we put on our bodies, you know, like the daily applications, like, you know, I can't stress enough, y'all, man, we got to start thinking about these things.
We really do.
And it's funny to me because, like, you know, being a Black person too, we already think about the products that are specifically made for Black people, right?
And how they're made more expensive.
Yeah. Well, now I think about how many of those products that are supposed to be tailored for us, how many of those are even actually good for our skin and our hair and things like that as well too.
Right.
So it's like the layers start to go deep for me, you know, as I'm sitting here listening to this. I think this is something we all should pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like one huge misconception that Black people and people of color in general, I think the whole sunscreen, like we don't need sunscreen, is false. And it's hard because like I am Haitian American, first generation in the States. And, you know, my mom and my dad, they grew up in Haiti. They got here when they were my age. And like getting my mom to put sunscreen on is, I just like, I would rather have our like beach moment, like wholesome, instead of getting to that point where I'm like looking at her like, Mom, like I want to yell at you right now. You need to put sunscreen on. But she won't. And it's like, I don't know. It's hard to reach those people. But very important to put sunscreen on. You know, it's like people, just because you're Black and you don't burn doesn't mean that your skin cells aren't being damaged. Like that's the key.
Skin cancer,
you know. But,
people don't think about that.
Yeah.
No, it is. And it's funny, I was actually watching a video on, there's a grooming site I watch on YouTube for men, and that was one of the things they emphasized, like, use sunscreen, you know? And not just like when you think it's hot outside or when the sun is beaming, you know, but just that application, how it goes a long way. So, man, I'm really like, yeah, I got some life decisions to make around here, you know.
Same here. Jeez.
So I'm actually curious. So, you know, what are some of these products? I know you have some products there. What are some that are out there that we should be looking towards, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna start with my skincare. I use the Be Balanced line by Monet. This is my cleanser and my moisturizer. What I really like about Monet in general is that they have skincare and hair care catered to your hair type. So I do have clients that have very fine, level 2, very fine, thin, like lifeless kind of hair, right? And then I have clients who have coarser hair than I do. It's like Fro Nation. And so I love that they have products for both sides. That makes me really happy. Same thing with skincare. I have really oily skin. And then it's like oily and a mix of combination. And this is for combination skin and oily skin. And the misconception, another teachable moment, that a lot of I guess a lot of like products have, especially for oily skin, is that when you have a product for oily skin, what they want to do is strip the oil from your skin because it's oily. So the cleanser will really clean off that oil. But your body's like a checks and balance system. So when you take something away, your body's like, oh, you took that. All right, I'm going to come back tenfold. So it will produce more oil. And compensate for the oil that the cleanser took. So it's going to produce oil that it already does and bring back more and to compensate for the oil that was taken away. This cleanser, I really like it because it's cleaning my skin. It goes into my pores and removes the dirt from the environment, from pollution, everyday life, but it keeps the natural oils on my face that I have and doesn't make my face more oily. And then the moisturizer, moisturize my skin, but it's so lightweight because I already have oily skin, so I don't need that to add much on. So it's super lightweight and I love that. I absolutely love this Rejuvenate oil. It's 13 plus essential and plant oils infused into one bottle. I put this everywhere. I put it on my lips, I put it on my eyelashes, my hair, everywhere. I absolutely love it. And then I kind of
have a question real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you did talk about face cleansers.
Yeah.
And like on top of washing my face in the morning in the shower, like I also use oxy pads.
Oxy pads?
Yeah.
What are oxy pads?
Like they're the ones that you like. They.
I guess oxy pads probably more like an astringent, almost like. It's almost like OxyCleaner, where it's like the pads you just wipe them, and it's supposed to remove the dirt. I know what you're talking about, David.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It's like a toner, almost. So like
kind of, yeah.
So basically, but it's like a dirt removal toner. I find I've used that in the past. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's similar to like witch hazel, right? But a little more
that is
rougher. Yeah, there's like a bunch of different forms of like those. It's a toner that basically like removes dirt and oil after you cleanse. But the thing is if you're using a good cleanser, you don't need that. You shouldn't need like a wipe to remove dirt and oil off your face if your cleanser is doing that. So a good test is if you use a cleanser and then you wipe your face after with that, and there's product, like you can see stuff on it. That's not good, like your cleanser is not doing the job it's supposed to. But definitely check out the ingredients. Send me a screenshot of what the ingredients are.
I will definitely do that.
Yeah, but if they're clean and you like it, go for it. Like my rule of thumb is if it's clean, do whatever you want. Have a blast. But if it's dirty, put it in the trash. No exceptions. But no, that was a great question. I use a toner myself. It's the Revitalizing Essence, but this toner closes my pores. So my pores are big. I have oily skin. After you cleanse with warm water, your pores are open. I go in with the toner, I close my pores, and then I hit myself with a lightweight moisturizer. My pores are already closed, so that lightweight moisturizer isn't seeping into my pores, making my skin more oily. It's sitting right on top, moisturizing my skin, and it's super lightweight, helping out with the oiliness. Yeah. But yeah, that's skincare. Oh, of course, sunscreen. Gotta have that. And then my skincare, I feel like is pretty simple. My hair care over here, we got a lot of stuff. I just love I have steps. I have a lot of steps. And right now my hair is in the pre-wash step. I wash my hair once a week, about like usually on Wednesdays. And right now I have hair butter in my hair, and my hair is in like a bunch of braids. I did that Sunday night. I usually do it Sunday night or Monday night, leave it in for a couple days so that Wednesday I can wash it out. But yeah, my steps are like a wash. This is the Renew shampoo. This is for dry scalp and thick, coily, curly hair. Your girl right here. Absolutely love it. There's actually two. This is also for dry scalp. This is a Super Nourish. This is it's like super nourishing. This doesn't foam. Like there's so much oil in it that it absolutely does not foam. I go between the two. I just can't pick one, so I use them both. Same goes for my hair masks. I can't pick one, so I use them both. I like mix them together. But yeah, I think it's really good to do like a shampoo, a mask, and then conditioner. Those are your basic steps. And then, style your hair after. I got a bunch of styling products. I won't bore you with all the products I got. But yeah, those are my friends. Those are my babies. I also use, so my hair butter that I have in my hair, it's Bell Bar Organic. It's an argan oil hair butter. So I really like this one. So I put that on my hair to moisturize my hair before my wash day. So it's like an intense oil treatment throughout my hair. And then I hit it with the wash day on Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, so I guess a couple questions, because I, definitely I'm looking at like the facial stuff, because I'm kind of like you. I'm like very oily skin, but I'm like
same here.
Oily. Everything else is Sahara Desert. Like, so
yeah.
I know, it's not weird.
I'm like all day, every day ashy, right? So I'm always like putting on lotion. So like, what is something I could use for the rest of my body? I know, like you said, the facial stuff, but is there something like, because I gotta do something for the rest of the body.
Yeah, so I left it over there. Ancient Cosmetics. I use their body butters. I have a shea butter coconut butter mix, and then I've got a what is it? It's shea butter, turmeric, lemon, and like one other thing. That's another mix. Absolutely love them. I'm actually dabbling. Okay, so I dabble between body butters and body soaps. My brother just launched a body soap line. It's called Soulside Skincare. Check them out on IG at Soulside Skincare. Great body soaps, bar soaps. I literally, every time I get in the shower, it's like cotton candy. Like I just like pick whichever one I feel like. And then I get out, same thing with my body butter. I pick whatever one I feel like. I've got Ancient Cosmetics. I've got a body butter from this girl, my broker's niece. We connected. She makes body butter. I was like, give me that. My cousin makes body butter. I was like, give me that. So really, like, I highly recommend, support your local businesses. And if you like see someone posting about body butter, hit them up and be like, oh, can I try it? It's body butter. You really can't go wrong. Ask them what's in it, of course. Ask them what's in it. And if like, usually it's clean and simple. But yeah, I definitely recommend that. The thing is it's not your average pump lotion, with all the preservatives and all the thickeners and all of that in there, that slides easily on your skin. This is thick. So, you put it on your finger, you rub it, and it's like thick, and when you're sitting there, like you're rubbing it in. So it's a complete switch. But I feel like you guys have you know what I'm talking about, right? Like that thick, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because like
thick.
I do know sell them, and I've always been like, yeah, all right, what's in that? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just don't know, and I'm like, I don't know. So good to hear that. Okay, these are actually good things. It's actually good stuff. Because sometimes, you don't know what people put in their things, you know what I'm saying? Like
I know.
I'm always like curious, but I'm like, and then I'm like, I know the person, so I'm like, Yeah, I don't trust you, fam.
Oh. Oh, okay. If you know them and you don't trust them, then it's probably a dub. But like if you know them and you're like, I trust you,
You know, there's
then I would go.
yeah,
This
like
conversation really has me thinking different though. Like,
I'm like, you can't be selling body butter and you be ashy too.
yo.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're right though.
Yeah.
At the same time,
100.
it's
Seriously.
like we're laughing, but like at the same time, like
Yeah, I'm like, come on, y'all. Like I'm looking at your skin art right now, and it looks amazing. It looks immaculate. So like,
right.
You.
It's
right now,
popping.
I trust it. I see it.
Thank you.
So this is good to hear, and I'm really excited about just learning about this too.
Mm-hmm.
So
it actually makes me want to like switch over to vegan options, like with like some like soap, some lotion.
yeah, and I tell you, and another thing too, like as I'm starting to get older, you'd be surprised, like my body's changing, my skin is changing. It's not the same, like our hairs are different. They're different. They don't roll like the other ones. So like even things like that, I'm always like looking like, how do I address these things? How do I deal with this? Like, so, as I encourage everyone, if you're listening, you're watching, like, I think, listen, have this conversation, like, start to look into some of these things. I think some of these options are really good. So now I'm with it. So I just, I'm curious. I know you're using this stuff. Also, I do want you to shout your business out too, because Community Coalition Show is a platform that supports small business and Black-owned business too. So why don't you tell us the company, how they can get all that? I just want you to shout that out real quick, like just to learn a little bit of the business side of that too.
Yeah. So I am a market partner for Monet. So what happened was I was originally a VIP customer. My best friend put me onto it. I was a VIP. I fell in love with the products, and then I was telling people about it. And then I learned about you can use the business and make money off of the business while you're telling people about it. So essentially, I went from telling people about it, raving about the products, to becoming a market partner, telling people about it, raving about the products, and getting paid. So I don't make these products. They are already made. It's a Venezuelan company out of Miami that started the business out about like 5 years ago. And they wanted to make products that fits every skin type and every hair type. This family, they're so cute. And I love the company because they give back to their market partners. So there's so many incentives. For example, I am 3 out of 5 months qualified for the Las Vegas 2021 reunion trip. It's fully paid, all-inclusive trip. I have 2 more months to qualify. I'm gonna get it, and I'm really excited. Some people in the company, they just came back from Bora Bora. So there's a bunch of incentives, and there's bonuses every month that the company gives back to you for hitting certain goals and getting VIPs and getting clients and stuff like that. And then every Friday I make commission. So I'm a representative of the company. I am a market partner, and the way to go about getting these products is to talk to me first. Let me know what your hair type and your skin type is, so I can guide you towards the right product. You can go to monetglobal.com. You can look at every product we have under the sun. We just launched wellness too. So we have like collagen powder and energy powder, super green powder, stuff like that. So you can see everything under the sun. But the problem is someone's going to go to the site and they're going to be like, oh, intense repair line. Like my hair needs some repair. Like I'm for it. That's what I'm going to get. Well, that line is for people who are like balding and thinning. And that's most likely not you, and it will make your hair bald and thin. So you need that product that's for your hair type, right? So, a girl like me who has dry, coarse, coily hair, I would not give them the 2-in-1 black shampoo to use every single day, which is for people who have oily hair who wash their hair every single day. So you do need guidance. You're going to go on the site and be like, oh, I want all of this, but you need guidance. So the best thing is to hit me up. I'll have you take my hair care and my skin quiz. and you can find it on my Instagram. My Instagram is Nara Rosalie XO. Nara is a city in Japan. That's what I'm named after. So it's Nara Rosalie and then XO. Take my hair and my skin quizzes. And you can leave your number on the quizzes as well. And then I'll reach out to you. We'll talk. And then I'll recommend the right products for you from Monet. And we can also talk about other things that you need recommendations for, like vegan deodorant, vegan toothpaste, vegan chapstick, vegan cleaning supplies. I just bought vegan nail polish remover today. I'm so happy about that. It's baby steps, right? Like I started this journey in March and I just got vegan nail polish remover because I thought about it the other day. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm using my nail polish remover is trash. It has acetone in it, you know, it dries out my nails, right? So it's baby steps, and I can guide you with like whatever you need. I think I would say like I'm like 90% vegan. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. Like I think about it randomly, or I'll dream about
food.
it.
It's the food that we were talking about earlier.
I'm like, I kind of want a steak now.
No, it was a good steak too. Like I don't know if you guys mentioned you've been to Boston, like it was in Seaport. So Seaport has great steak and seafood, and it was good. It was really, really good. But yeah, no, I'm not vegan. And I feel like I'm very, very sorry to the vegans out there. I know I have offended many people, but I call myself a vegan and I have to stop. And I don't mean to, it just comes out. I'm like, yeah, I'm vegan now. And my best friend will be like, you're not vegan, because he's vegan. And he'll get really mad at me. And I'm like, but like, you see my products though? Like I'm vegan, come on.
You're probably doing a lot more than like some vegans are doing right now.
Yeah, again, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend vegans, but something that like hurts me is when a vegan is like, you know, you're killing the environment and like you should eat vegan. And then they're using Head and Shoulders. And I'm just like, you can't talk to me. You really we can't have this conversation.
Yeah. Let's have that. And you know what? Shout out to vegans, you know.
Shouts to vegans.
Shout out to vegans.
I love, and I have friends who are vegan. I love the vegan community. But one thing y'all gotta understand is that we're trying, okay?
We're trying.
We're trying. So,
we are.
You know, think about it. Before you were vegan, because no one was born vegan, right?
Right.
We all lived in darkness, y'all. You know, so work
right.
with, you know, I've been shamed by vegans for a long time. It's hilarious, and I'm gonna talk about it. It's my platform. You can't cancel me, whatever. You know, I always wanted to say that because I've never had the opportunity to say that. And I got some homeboys who watch.
Right.
Know who you are, fam. I love you. Work with us. We trying. We try.
Right.
You know?
Like we just learned about like all of this stuff. You want me to give up like let me I'm gonna talk some stuff right now. Like I've had allergies for the longest time. I just started eating like burgers like crazy. Like, you want me to give up burgers?
Yeah.
I can't do that right now.
I think like when it comes to meat, like for me, it's burgers. Like I like steak. I don't have it often. Like I swear I didn't have a steak for like a year and a half. It was like a special occasion and I was just like, you know what, cool. But burgers, Five Guys, I don't know what is in it. I don't know what they put in it, but it's like the easiest.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, we might get into a war real quick. Have you ever had In-N-Out?
I've had In-N-Out. I know you West Coast people like, oh, like In-N-Out is better. You know, like honestly, like when I was sitting at In-N-Out, I've been to LA twice, and both times I had In-N-Out, and like, you know, it's good, but like as soon as I get home, I'm like, yo, where's Five Guys at? And I feel like it's your whole...
but like also, did you get it animal style?
What's animals? It's that sauce, right?
It is. It's the sauce, and then they put like a couple other stuff in there.
I think I did.
I'm just getting hungry right now. Like,
yeah, I kind of want a burger.
Right. You know, Five Guys closes at 11 by me, so
no time.
I could make it.
We might have to wrap this up. But about Five Guys, it's so good. I feel guilty afterwards.
Right.
So guilty.
Like my body, I just be like, yo, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I know I should have.
But that's how you know you had a real good meal.
That's
Right.
yo, like I'm really in the mood. For like
Yep.
50 moments. Like it just be calling me. But I do.
Feeding.
Yeah, I gotta get a nice steak now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the energy after is like, you know, you're tired, and it's because your body takes a lot of energy to process and digest all of that, you know, and it's breaking it down. So
Chew your food.
it's a lot of energy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, chew your food for sure. You know, but like just taking the nutrients and like breaking down all of that, a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It makes you so tired.
Yeah. And guilty. But it's
but it's good, you know. So
It
like
is.
vegans, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
We are vegans. It's just stay by us, support us, you know, work with us.
Right.
Teach us.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Teach us.
So I got a question. Like, do you think that if I just went like completely vegan, like completely, but I had to lenti ice cream like once a week, could I still pass? Like, I really want to know because
you're asking the wrong person. You're definitely asking the wrong person. Because I don't even eat ice cream like as a choice because like I don't like cold stuff and I didn't have it for so long.
I'm sorry.
That's the only reason that I don't eat ice cream.
Sorry. It's a hard knock life. Yeah, I just really wouldn't tell nobody. I
would keep it to myself. Nobody's gonna know.
Back in the freezer, like put it in another container. I would just do stuff like that. Yeah. Because you know, when they find
you know what's I love when you're out to dinner at like wait, you know what I love when you're out at dinner and you know, like everybody gets the bread and the butter, and like the butter's got like the herbs and stuff, and you see the vegan like dipping a little bit in there, like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, yep, there it is. There it is. You gotta cheat a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, and yeah.
Just a little bit.
I mean, because things, you know, like within reason, in moderation, use that word a lot. But you know, and I've always been told this too, even from my doctors, even my nutritionist, is like some things, you know, just a little okay. It's okay.
Right.
You're gonna find yourself working harder and failing a lot of times trying to completely deprive yourself of certain things. Psychologically, sometimes our bodies don't work that way. So, you know, we try. We out here. Yeah. So another thing I wanted to touch on is you're a biochem major. Like that is
what made you want to do that?
I'm fascinated. Like I gotta hear.
So I don't know, like I've always wanted to be in the medical field and help people. My mom's a nurse, and I think she did it on purpose, and I've been wanting to ask her about this, but when I was younger, she would bring me to work with her. So I would be there with her patients. She works still the same spot every Friday, Saturday. She works at a group home for people who are older and elderly and have disabilities. So it's like a small, like tight-knit little family, like obviously they're strangers, but like they all have their own rooms, their own bathrooms. Like it's kind of like a little bougie place, right? And so she's been working there for as long as I could remember, and she would bring me as a kid. I would play with the patients, and you know, I would like help her with her job as a nurse, but I'm like 10 years old. I can't legally do that. But like in my mind, I'm a nurse too. So she like really implemented that. And then when I got older, you know, school got harder. I became an athlete, so I never went to her job again. Well, like as I did before. I got really, like, I loved science and, you know, chemistry class and biology. Like I would get A's and like B pluses, and then like history and like writing, I was like C's. And so clearly I knew where I was going. And then my mom was just like, you know, like, I think you should do biochemistry. Like my advisors at high school were like, yeah, based on your grades, like, I think you would really like it. In high school, I really wanted to do dermatology. My acne was probably the worst in high school. And I was like, I'm going to be a dermatologist, and I'm going to make skincare products for all the Black girls around me who have skincare issues. And like, that was like, You asked me my sophomore year of high school, that was my pitch. And so I kind of like towards the end of high school and like into college, like I went in for biochemistry, went to Ithaca, and absolutely loved it. Learned so much about your body. Your human body is insane. Absolutely love it. I can tell you how like you eat something and how your body processes it and like turns it into energy, so I can like pick up this cup. I have loved that topic. It's so cool. And then I love learning, like I love learning things about your body, but I didn't like the, chemistry and like the like equation part of it. So like, organic chemistry, I'm sitting there like, come on, can you help me out here? But
learning
biochemistry,
formulas and stuff.
yeah, biochemistry, when I'm learning about like digestion, I'm like, this is great. When I took anatomy and physiology for a year and I got to hold a human brain that was dissected and I got to hold a brainstem, I was like, this is it. Like nobody can talk to me. I was like walking around for a week. I was like, did you hold the brainstem? Like, I don't think so. Don't talk to me. I was really happy about it. But yeah, I've always liked science, and I've always had like a passion for medicine. And this past year when I had my skin condition, I feel like, I just feel like God is like really like ironing out my path for me. Because the Diabetes Research Center at MGH is one floor above the dermatology department for MGH. 2 months later, after I start, or 2.5 months, I get my skin condition. I go vegan, cool. Monet comes in. I create this platform. I start educating people, and it's like, damn, like I really want to be a dermatologist. I want to be like more holistic dermatologist, because I struggled with some of them. I had 6 opinions on my skin condition, and 5 of them were just like, really unhelpful, and they just like push the pharmaceuticals, and it's like, I'm not popping these pills. I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry. But I would want to like, take the more holistic side, the more natural side, and help people, especially people of color, Black girls, dermatology, when you are in residency, when you are going through dermatology schooling, it's all white skin, all of it. Like it's all like, it is primarily they're being taught on white skin. And I saw something on Facebook a couple months ago of this Black guy. He was implementing a movement at his medical school to promote residency and, learning and slides and everything, and cadavers and all of that being done on Black skin. Because pityriasis rosea, what I have on my body, does not look like it at all the same as on a white person. So that is like, that spoke to me a lot. And like, that is like a passion of mine. And that is my goal, is to implement, some practices and teachings and to cater to the Black community when it comes to your skin. So yeah.
That is incredible. That is so dope. Like,
It is.
and it's inspirational too. I hope everyone's understanding, like, being a Black girl, especially, this is huge. I commend you so much. I really do.
Thank you.
And if it means anything, I am so proud. Just to hear your story, I'm proud. I love it. I do.
Look at Kenny. He's about to shed a tear.
You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Aww.
Make it a little misty. I like seeing the Black girl magic. I like seeing,
Absolutely,
folks doing real things and diverse things. So I love hearing the stories. I love it. Thank you for sharing that, because I know you don't have to. So I really do. So thank you. But
no problem. You're welcome.
Before you go, I just want to know. So like, you're doing all these things. You got the business going. You're promoting skin, and I know school and things like that. And it's like, what do you do to unwind? How do you kick it?
Yeah, so I love yoga. That's been like a new thing of mine. It's actually not that new. I like found it while I was studying abroad in New Zealand when I was in college. Started it there, brought it back, and I haven't let it go. So I absolutely love that. It's been hard with, the pandemic, of course, because all the yoga studios were closed, but they made it work. We have outdoor yoga. I just went to one yesterday. So it's been good. Another thing is I love dance classes. I used to dance as a kid. Like when I was very, very small, but then I like became an athlete and I did like other stuff. So dropped dancing. And then at the end of college, I picked it up again. I love picking up hip hop routines and going to classes like that. Pandemic cut short, but there were classes over Zoom. So, I try to catch them as I can. And then I do love running and going for walks. Boston has some random, like nice scenic views. And you kind of like, for me, I find them when I get lost. Like if I take the wrong exit or if I do something wrong, all of a sudden I'm looking at like a really nice path and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to walk there. I want to go for a run there. But that's like right out of the city, like surrounding Boston. And then you have your little gems in the city too, which is nice. My parents live in Andover, which is like by New Hampshire. And there's this thing called Holt Hill and Boston Hill. You hike that and you can see Boston. So that's really cool. Nice. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very adventurous. I like being outside. I recently went skydiving for the third time. So I'm like, ooh, love that stuff. Love it.
That sounds, I want to do it one day.
You should. You have to.
I really, really want to do it.
You're going to.
Yeah, y'all got that. Yeah.
You have to.
You were an athlete. What did you play?
I was a swimmer and I ran track.
Swimmer. And you ran track? Like those are like the two hardest things ever. I don't think anybody understands how hard swimming is. Like swimming, y'all know how hard that is? Like
yeah, it's pretty hard. Yeah, looking back, I'm like, yeah, I was a swimmer. Like that was hard.
Like you could have went pro and went to like the Olympics.
No. Miss me with that. I was not there, I swam in college, like I got there, but I wasn't like Olympics. And it was never really a goal of mine, because I didn't want to like go to school and like help people and be in the medical field. And I knew like right outside of college, I wanted to do clinical research and like see patients, which is what I'm doing. So like I never really, I felt like it wasn't going to fit into like the path that I have. And, like, I'm so fortunate because I am where I feel like I need to be.
Yeah. Okay. Just the fact that you were a swimmer, you got it. I tell you, anybody who knocks swimming, go to the pool and swim a lap. Just do one up back and come holler at me and tell me, was that easy? So anybody who doubts swimming, I'm telling you right now, yeah, go do that.
Also, when you get in the water, you don't want to come out.
Yeah. This is true. I always loved water as a kid. I loved baths. Like I would be screaming to get out of the bath. And so funny story, when I was younger at Brandeis University near Boston, you have to be 3 to learn how to swim. My brother's 5 years older than me. So he was taking swimming lessons and, I'm like 2.5. And I'm like, I'm pissed. My dad, he would try his hardest not to bring me when my brother had lessons because I would just be so upset the whole time. Mm-hmm. I turned 3 years old. I'm in the locker room getting my bathing suit on. And my dad says like, he could see in my eyes that I knew what was going on. Like it clicked and I knew I was getting in the pool. He opens the doors to the locker room. I beeline to the pool. I jump in and I'm drowning. Oh. My dad doesn't know how to swim. So he's standing there like, oh, well, his story is, his thought is, oh, what am I going to tell her mom? And I'm like, shouldn't it be like your daughter's drowning, not concerned about what, but whatever. Anyway, my swim instructor, who turns out she's going to teach me how to swim for the next like 7 years and like build my stroke with me. She saved me. And it wasn't like I was like, I didn't go far, she was already in the pool waiting because she knows like kids do this all the time. But like I was in and he was just like, I can't jump in, I don't know how to swim. But she grabbed me. But like, it was just, I've always loved the water. But let me tell you, when you're up at 6 a.m. for practice and it's 8 and it's over, you're going to get out. You're going to be like, I want to go back to bed. So yeah, it comes in its waves, but it was a good time.
Comes in its waves.
No pun intended.
Sorry. I'm sorry. There was a moment I had to take it.
Yeah, that was a good catch. That was a good catch.
Let me see. You know what? Oh, a couple of so me and David also do a music podcast. We always like to ask. I forgot about this too. Are you a music fan at all?
Yes.
Music? Okay. So it's something we typically ask most guests. We kind of got
that's true.
Who's in your top 5?
Top 5. Okay. So we've got Kalani. We've got Danny Lay, of course. Honestly,
okay.
like those two.
I'm loving this list already.
I don't even know who's like they're neck and neck. No, 3 neck and neck. Rihanna, of course. Like I don't even.
Okay.
She should be first. Sorry, Rihanna. That was so disrespectful. And then and then I'm gonna throw some of my guys in there. We've definitely got what am I thinking of? Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Those are my 2 guys for sure.
That's a good list.
But like that's hard. Like 5. Yeah. Like I've got like 6. You know, like
the fact that you put Kehlani in that 5.
Okay.
That's very special to me.
You're talking to the biggest Kehlani fan.
Yes.
David is the biggest Kehlani fan. Oh,
yes.
And do not hate. I'm sorry.
No, I love her.
I'm not
like she's even more gorgeous in person. Like
yeah, A met her too. So like I hear about this every time.
Like,
The thing is like her last album, it was good until it wasn't. I've never had someone say literally everything that I'm feeling at all times in one album, like back to back to back to back. There are days like I will just put her album on shuffle all day, literally all day. And it's like her album is on like all of my playlists. I make little playlists for like different moods, and she's in every single one. How do you?
Exactly. The range.
And then on like Danny Lay just came out of nowhere, and I'm just sitting there all the time, like looking at her on Instagram, like, damn, like, you know, like she's so cool. She's just cool. She's cool people. So I just love her energy, and her music is so catchy, and I love it. She's a great dancer. Like I like take dance moves from her. That's what I really like about her. Like she's a great dancer. But Kalani, and then Brianna, where are you at? If you're like, I wish she was listening. She needs to be listening.
She might be. She might be.
She's quiet.
Drop the album. Drop the album.
Drop it. Did you see how she just sprinkled herself in the Party Next Door album?
She did.
Yeah.
Sprinkle. I was like, but it was fire. It was. She said the same line over and over and over again, and it was amazing.
Right.
She gets it, David. She gets it.
She does. She does. I was about to say something very technical, but also that's more for the other podcast. So I'm going to save that.
Okay.
See, this is why we asked the question, because I've always been a believer. We believe, you know, like music is such a telling language. You learn so much about someone from just music and stuff. So, you know, I always find, I love listening to what other people are listening to, what they like, because it's so telling. So yeah.
Right. It's a universal language.
It is.
Right.
Yep. So I told you she was dope, David. See, I told you.
Yeah, she is.
I didn't even know she was a Kehlani fan. I didn't even know. See, that just made it.
So why you hating?
I'm not hating at all.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Out of this conversation because I'm qualified. You know.
So Kenneth, what kind of music you listen to?
I listen to a little bit of everything. But I will say I'm kind of more of the old man on the porch at this point. So like there's just some of the newer stuff, some of the more toxic stuff that's coming out now that I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even though I have my levels of toxicity here as well too. So but I'm more of your conscious underground. Like I'm waiting on that Tyler Kweli, Yasin Blade Black Star album to come out. In fact, yeah, stuff like that. But I listen to everything though. So, you know, shout out to Reason and Ron podcast. We do that. That comes out Friday. We're a bunch of music geeks anyway. So, so we might have to have you on to have that whole another
conversation. Yep.
Yes. I do want to say though, like I stay away from trap music. I do not like trap music.
You're not with the Migos?
You know, huh?
You're not down with the Migos?
Migos, I'm just not down for like the little Uzi, little Yachty, like, like I'm not down. Like the mumbles, what are you saying? Like, what are you saying? That's when I'm like, yo, J. Cole, can you come over here and spit some facts? Like, can you? And I love to throw it back to my Biggie and my Tupac. Like they were real. They spoke about real stuff and they spoke about the struggle. And these guys, the littles, they're trying to be them, and it's like it's not working and they're mumbling. I don't know what they're saying at all, and it's like it's a mess. And then who do I what's his name? 6ix9ine.
Oh,
what's happening there? I don't know.
No one knows. No one knows. We can throw him under the bus. Like,
yeah. We don't even talk names like that. We won't even discuss those names. They're not even worthy of breath.
Real quick, Nara, I want you to throw a wellness company under the bus. Like
a wellness company under the bus?
Yes. Just be like, yo, Dove, you're not cool. Your stuff isn't nice. It's like, I'm not saying this about Dove, but I'm just saying, like, just throw it under the bus.
Yeah, like, I that's easy because it's Head and Shoulders. It's 100% Head and Shoulders. Every time, like, I talk to like a client or I'm talking to my team, like our go-to example is Head and Shoulders. Why are you making something for your hair that it can also be on your body? Like, I'm gonna say that again, for your hair and also for your body. That doesn't make any sense. Your body is not hair and your hair is not body. You're
not
like,
here for the 2-in-1.
No, I'm not here for the 2-in-1. I'm here for the 2-in-1 black shampoo because it's got 3 times the amount of capixyl, and that's for my hair. But I'm not here for, the shampoo and the body wash in one.
Yeah,
like, what? That doesn't even make any sense, So that definitely throwing them under the bus. Like, I'm not sorry. I'm not. You guys are trash. Can I give you another one? 5.
Go ahead.
Or it's like Vo 5. I think it's volume 5.
Vo
5.
Yeah.
Vo 5.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's 99 cents for a shampoo. 99 cents.
That's $1 for the cup. Yeah.
Hey man. People are broke.
But like, no, like it's like if you look at the ingredients, like it's really, really bad. It does have SLS in it. It does have DEA. I remember I was walking through the supermarket with my best friend. She knocked over VO5 products. She starts to pick it up and she's in Monet. And she's picking it up and she's like, oh, like this is VO5, like this stuff. We're looking at the back and she's like picking it up. She's like, I don't even want to pick this stuff up. It should stay on the floor. But like, we picked it up because we knocked it down in the store. Right. So I'm not going to leave it there. But like, we were just like, oh, like we don't even want to help them out. It's like, it's just not, it's really, really sad. It's really sad.
Y'all should have just ran down the next aisle, just scoot, and just leave.
I know. And I'm sorry if you use those products. Like, I'm not like offending you. And like, no judgment at all. I'm judging the companies. They're putting this stuff out there and they're taking advantage of mass production and like people who are looking for cheaper products. And it sucks. And they're putting whatever they want in it and shoving it out. And putting it at a low cost because they know that there are people who are in that income bracket and they need that. Everybody needs shampoo. They're really taking advantage of us as a human race because everybody washes their hair, right? So I'm fully bashing those companies. And if you represent those companies and you're listening, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of bashing you right now.
She said, do better.
We got your back. Look, if you got a problem, look, come holler at me. You know where you at.
Hey, she said, do better.
Do better.
Do better.
The VO5 and ingredients, it just says cancer. Like,
Yeah, we just need to, like, society needs to do better. Like, it really, I can talk about this all day. The fact that organic and high quality and all natural products are expensive and can only be afforded by a certain income bracket is absolutely disgusting. And it like, something needs to be done, because it's just not fair. Like, it's not fair that VO5 is, $1, and the shampoo that I'm using is $28. Like, I'm putting in that work, and I'm putting in that, I'm focusing my income on my skincare and my hair care because it's really important to me. And fun fact, like, the products that I use do last longer. I've had my shampoo bottle since April, and it's not even halfway done. You can go through VO5 really quickly and, flip through that. But it really hurts me. And, like, that's something that, like, I want to implement as well. Like, vegan, all natural products for your hair, organic strawberries should not, it should not be this way. Like, it shouldn't. But
and you know what, as I know we're about to wrap up, but you did make an excellent point. It's something I do want to stress too. And I think that's a mature thing to think about, like, invest in your products.
Absolutely.
So, like, I know you said your product is $28 and VO5 is really $1. But that's important because you pay for quality.
mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you really take care of yourself, you pay for that quality, So people, I got to stress this, especially to the Black community, cheap is not always better. Most of the time it's not better at all, So if you care about these things, yes, we put our money into so many other trashy things. You know what I'm saying? We dropped $28 on some drinks at happy hour, or whatever random stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
$28.
$28. So I'm gonna stress that, y'all. Like, pay attention to these things. And I think when you spend your money wisely, like you said, that bottle's gonna last 2 times, 3 times as long as the regular trash that you're using right now. So that is I know that's a way of, like, a shift, a way of thinking. That's a mindset, but that's the mature way, the mindset we have to get to, y'all. So I think that's important. That's important to say that, because I don't want people to hear that number and they all make you put off like that's expensive. No. Invest in yourself, invest in your body, and
absolutely.
So
stop using Head and Shoulders.
Nah, Head and Shoulders. We go with Head and Shoulders.
It's trash. Like she said, it's trash.
It is.
Basura.
Basura.
So yeah, that was hilarious though. So we got to wrap this thing up. I know this week we're going to skip the Bobs and Karens. We'll do that next week. Over time. Nara, I do want to thank you for this coming on.
Absolutely.
But I learned so much. I know, we learned so much, and this is information that, again, this is the mission of the show, to really get this out, to share this information with people.
To educate.
We have to educate and to have platforms for this, because we are not just going to assume that people are getting this information.
Right.
Also, we want to help you grow as well too. So before you go, tell everybody again, how can they find you? How can they get a hold of you if they want the products? Where can they reach you at?
Yes, for sure. So my Instagram is Nara Rosalie XO. Nara, city in Japan. It's Nara and then Rosalie XO. When you go to my Instagram page, click on the bio, it's going to bring you to my hair and my skin quiz. You want to start there. I need to know more about you before I can recommend products for you. I use Monet products. I'm a market partner for Monet, and I can give you my VIP discount, and you can get up to 40% off. Once you take those quizzes, I will pull up a list of products that are recommended for you, and we'll have a conversation. And then I love to take it a step further in that conversation and talk about things that aren't skincare and hair care by Monet. We can talk skincare, hair care that's not by Monet. We can talk about cleaning products that are vegan, chapsticks that are vegan, deodorant that are vegan, all of that stuff. But definitely check out my Instagram page, and you can reach me through there. You can DM me, and yeah. So I'd love to help you guys. So feel free to DM me with any questions. My favorite is getting like screenshots of ingredients, and they're like, "Is there anything bad in here?" And I'm like, "Oh, it makes me feel so good." And I'm like, "It's clean, love it, keep using it, have fun." But yeah, ask me anything. I'm an open book. Again, my name's Nara, and I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
We're gonna share your info too. We'll send that out as well too. So you're gonna have the links. You're gonna have the IG. We're gonna make sure everyone's gets in contact with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So that's it, y'all. Again, let us know. Hit us up. We're all for the conversation. So thanks everyone again. Nara, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna close the show out.
Okay.
So I mean, until this, David, we had this. We good.
Yeah.
So
we know what it is.
Yeah, I'm out.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.
All right.